They go to the ground. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end.
Now, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
A first down run in the red zone. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying play action. Touchdown, Rebels! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, a first half turnover. Momentum. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for them.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Makes the grab, it's dribbling. Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. And the Rebels will have a first down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Turning it on. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
He's got it down the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB taking more shots as this game goes on.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That a big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters. And
you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Second down coming up. Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a move. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the third.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. Wide open spaces. Sees him in open space. An opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow them down.
Finds his tight end. Knocked down for the tackle. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield is Simmons. Plucks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Kentucky! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts that they will take the penalty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Kentucky, 7.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather.
This one away.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. All wideouts, no backs. To throw, it's Simmons. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Rebels! They take the lead with the 6.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hauls in the deep ball. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, that's just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Time to take a shot. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Simmons. Gonna take a shot. And here's the third interception of the night. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The pick, the return, and the offense will be threatening. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Trying to surge it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give is to Taylor. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Lee. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have really loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Looking left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He leaves it with his back. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooling.
Get him flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the tailback. Oh, better look out. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Kentucky right back to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man win.
It's a running room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Kentucky 28, Ole Miss 21.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Using his legs, it's Patterson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In the red area, it's McGowan. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48, and an explosive play gets this offense working. The Rebels just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. These corners backing off a bit. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Pressure coming. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic.
Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but Great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Here's the pressure. Ball is free. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback running on the draw. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on third and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up fourth down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
Slams it ahead. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on fourth down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Second down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. He wants to throw it. The short hands, it's Brown. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Spins away from the defense. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead. They're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Corners are going to bail. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Right down the middle. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field.
A shot toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, and you don't want to make it interesting, right? You got a 2-possession lead. You want to go out there, take care of the football, you cough it up. The coaches are going to be very, very ticked off, but defense now, go make them earn it all the way down the field. Let that clock run out.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. He's looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd down, going up top. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.
it.